Hello, my name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. and I was born July 4th, 1986. Today I want to talk about something that it's just going around in the dog training world, dog training community, dog stuff and dog things and dog concepts and dog ideas and dog methods and everything going on that just really confuses me a lot. And that's come down to everyone keeps talking about the science in this dog training and the science in these dogs and talking about how you got some people out there that are like they're totally against the science, and then you got other people that are hardcore all about the science. And in reality, I just have to be able to stand up and be able to state my stance. And my stance is a way that, majority of people in reality, considering what's going on nowadays, is gonna completely reject everything that I'm about to say right now. But for some reason, I've been thinking about it the past couple days and weeks, and actually the past couple months, of should I be talking about this or should I say anything about this? Because this is what I've really come to realize is just the truth. With what I've been working with what I've been doing, with how to be able to get success with the animals that I work with, and how to be able to continue to keep on getting success with my own self, with figuring out how to be able to better myself and be able to get myself to a better place. That's the concept of, for me personally, I'm going to be on board with saying that I reject the science when it comes to working with dogs. I reject what the scientists and scientific stuff has to say about what they're doing with them, mainly because up front I just know that the way that they're training and treating and working them is abuse. They don't care about the animal. They care about the results. So when you only care about the results, you're going to come into the situation where now you're mishandling. You're not in alignment with what it is that we're actually looking for as being the best to put out there. You're looking to gain those results, and you're going to look for those results any which way you possibly can. And that is, to me, dangerous. Where I am a trainer that says, show me the results, and then I'll listen to you. But I want to see the results in the way that the dog is not only just going to say like it and be cool with it, but also we as humans are also going to like it and be cool with it. So for me personally, the main reason that I'm going to say that I am 100% basically against the way that the scientific method tries to approach any animal on this planet, especially me, my own self as a human being as well. Outside of me having some sort of disease and having a blood this and some sort of sickness and something like, great, the science has got it. Science is on point. When it comes down to our behavior and our attitudes and our ways of being, science just doesn't know a single thing about us as human beings. Science does not know a single thing about our brains and what we actually do, how we function, anything about it. It's always just making guesses, hypotheses, we're unsure and we don't know. And that's what science also does with dogs. Science doesn't know exactly what's gonna work with all of them, even a few of them. They're just always guessing, and then they're guessing and they're putting that information out there to say that this is what it is. And then so that's just the way everybody has to do it, because we found a small little niche here that it works, so it must work for everything. And that's what science loves to do. And that's why for me, the main thing that I'm going to say that I'm going to get 100% rejected on. That a lot of people want to come to me and work with some dogs and think that I'll talk about some dogs. And for me personally, if you follow me on the YouTube, 95% of my YouTube videos is not about dogs. It's about God. It's about Jesus. It's about the creator of this world. It's about how it is that I've come to realize the greatness and the beauty of this life in this world. And when I'm looking for assistance and guidance and help on how to work with my dog, why is my relationship with my dog wrong? I go straight to my Bible. I go straight to figuring out what it is that my relationship is, straight to the stories that's been going on in there, straight about just issues that marital couples are having, that spouse, everything, children's lives, everything, the relationships, the stories in that book. A lot of people just read that Bible in a way of, hey, Oreo, come here. They just read that Bible in a sense of just reading stories, for instance. It's just it's a story. I'll get down. It's a story, and it's not anything more than that. But it's actually a story that's teaching us how to work with each other. And not only just each other, but everything out here. That's why for me, I'm on a farm, people. I raise animals. I raise my own food, my own chicken, my own beef. I got my own, I don't really eat the pork, but I got it. I raise and take care of everything out here for myself for a reason. Something happened to me to get to this point to do this. Something came to me for a reason on why I have this specific dog to be able to be on a need to move my animals around. I didn't just grow up with this. I didn't just always be in this, but something inspired me to do such a thing, and I'm here now doing it. And it's something about just getting a closer and closer intimate relationship with understanding the one true God has been able to allow me to be able to create better relationships in my life. Not only people, but dogs. Because the Bible goes a lot through just how we're supposed to treat and respect animals. And that's why for me, I personally was on a vegan trip for a little bit, because I was like, I'm not gonna eat meat because of how they treat and how they take care of it. I'm not this because of how their practices. So I was like, I want my own. And I got my own, and I take care of my own. I take care of my own chickens to make sure that I'm eating what it is that I see is raised up and having a good, nice, simple, amazing life. the life that they should have. Feel wind, feel the sun, know when it's hot, know when it's cold, be able to eat when they want, how they want, not having to be forced to eat all day long, leaving lights on them, let them sleep, let them be able to relax, let them chill. I want to be able to allow them to be able to have a good life. And that's what we're supposed to be doing with our food. And not only just that, but the animals that we take care of. It's very interesting that, you know, you go down to certain commandments that, I'll say, you don't know nothing about the Bible. It's not stuff that we really focus on anymore. We focus on different stuff today. But based on just the simple ways of the commandments and the simple laws that we had before, that we had to pay attention to, there's a lot about how we're supposed to take care of our animals. We got to give our animals rest. We got to be able to be kind to our animals. We got to show compassion to our animals. We're not just ruthless dictators to our animals. We're working in tune with them. And there's only one thing on this planet which has created this planet, knows more about these dogs than any scientist that has ever been alive, that ever walked this planet. Because no scientist knows the whole purpose and the reason on why this animal is created, why this animal evolved to get closer to us, why all these animals are here for us, why the animals that we eat and consume are like set up to be such a way. Because the way that when you start to break them down, to cut them up into the different pieces that we get, you eat it. You a thigh eater, you like the thighs, you like the legs, you like the breasts, you like the wings. It's so amazing that when you finally break one down for your own self for the first time, you can see how it's like it was made to be this way. Like everything out here was created to be so, and there's no human being that understands why. Why is it made that way? How is it created to be that way? The only person, the only being, the only thing that's understood that is God, the God that's created this world. And once I started to really start to get deeper and deeper into that, I started to realize how to be able to get a better relationship with my animal. Something that I used to think, and I know a lot of y'all are also thinking, I want that. What's that? Give me that one video, that one training lesson that's going to be able to get my dog to be good. And if that's the way you're looking, you need God more than ever in your life. Because I used to think that exact same way. That one message, that one thing, that one idea, that one this, and then I'll be good to go. And that's not the way it works. That's not the way this life is set up to be in any sort of way. Every single day is an opportunity to continue to keep on working more and more and more to be able to get closer and closer and closer to what it is that we're looking for. And something that I want to say right here, right now is I want to retract something that I said before when it comes down to working with dogs. Stop thinking and worrying about what that dog even wants, but what do you want? Because something that I realized, especially today, I'm going for a walk with one of my dogs, that I'm like, I do what I want to do and my dog loves it. I don't really do as much as what I would think in my mind. I thought, oh, my dog likes to sniff, he likes to this, but I like that. I enjoy that. I love watching him do what he does and go, or get down. I love watching him go and do what he does and sniffing out things and seeing. I love watching that. So of course he's gonna like it because I like it. I love watching this dog chase some animals, move them around and herd them together and push them into a corner and get them through a gate and get them on a trail. I love that. So of course he's gonna like that. My other dog, I love just watching him lay, this is gonna sound messed up, but I love watching him just lay down and relax, doing what he's doing right here, right now. This dog, when he does that, it just pleases me that he just lays down. He goes in the house and he just lays down. He gets on the bed and he just lays down. He sits on the couch and he just lays down. He's just so chill. He's so calm. I like that. I really, really like that. And everything that I've noticed that I really, really like about my dogs, they do it. I don't really need to worry too much about what it is that they have a desire. I have a desire. I got a dog for a reason. That's something that I think a lot of us have forgotten why we got that dog. And what is it that you're looking for from that dog? You have that idea, that vision in your brain of, I got a dog because I wanted to do this with it. And then you started to do that with it and you notice you were butting heads. You're like, what's going on here? But the main thing is I'm going to say is this is just life that I've come to see it as. Things that you really want, it don't start off that easy. It's a slippery situation. You got to just keep going and going and going and going and going. And then you get to that point, you're just like, oh, I got it now. Now I'm here. To me, it's just do you really want it? And this is something that you're really looking for. Because when you really want it, something that you're really looking for, you just keep going at it no matter what. You see failure and you're just like, I saw it fail, but I'm going to keep going anyways. That's where I'm going to say the beauty of life starts to happen. And it's not this one video scenario that is going to be able to give you all this, aha, there you are, you're good to go now. But it's really, really getting in tune with understanding what it is that you desire and actually just getting up and having it and doing it. There's a comment that I got that just really made me chuckle inside. It's like, dude, you're on it. Where he just says, just get up and do something with the dog. Do something. If you do something, you're going to have a better dog, period. It's that simple because you got him for a reason. And that main reason is what you should be focusing the majority of your time on. You got a dog where you saw the German Shepherd and you're like, I want my Shepherd to be like this. I want him to be able to do this. Most people, I don't know what it is, but we like our Shepherds to look like service dogs. I want to take them everywhere. I want to be around anything. I want to be able to go in the store and just do what I want to do. I want to be able to go to the park with the kids and he just lays there and hangs out. I don't need to worry about it. I could just, dog's there, he's good. I could focus on my kids and see what they're doing. That's what you should be worrying and working on with your dog. Not worrying about how many sit stays, down stays, this stays, this, and this. Worry about just getting your dog out and exposing them in that day after day after day after day after day and watching them start to continue to keep on getting better day after day after day because it's what you want. And if it's what you want, your dog is going to do what you want. It is going to, because they want to please us like crazy. They want to do everything in their power to just really just give us that happy feeling. And when we see them continuously doing it, they're going to continue to do that better and better and better every single day. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a worrying about, I got the right collar, I got the right this, I got the right, no, it's the right way of looking at your world and your life and your reality and realizing what it is that you're looking for. And for one, stop paying attention to what someone else has. Don't look at my dog and think, I want my dog like that. No, you don't. You don't. You want your dog the way you want yours. Stop looking at this boy and, oh, that's cool, that's nice looking. I want mine. No, you don't. You do not want what I have. You want what you have. That's why something that I want to read here that is just, it's very fascinating to me when I live my life and I read and I see and I just ask and I pray and I try to figure out the direction and the things that I have to do. And I know that a lot of people don't like to hear about what it is that I talk about, with what it is that I've seen to be able to gain the success that I've gotten with what it is that I do. It's not something that is that correct training, collar, lace, this. No, it's relationship. And once I was able to get a good relationship with the God that's created me, that created this, that created all these leaves, that created everything out here, I started to find ways of being able to just get better and better and better with everything in my life. And then this is information that I know majority of people you're just, that's stupid, that's fake, that's not real. But all I can say to you is, when you see somebody that's actually having success with it, maybe you should listen a little bit. Because I used to think that way myself. That's all fake, that's all not right. Until I started watching people that started doing things, and I'm just like, dude, what you're doing in reality to me is like magic looking. It's like, it's wild. How did you do that? How did you get that done? And they start telling me, and of course I rejected it. No, that Jesus, that's stupid. That ain't the way. That you stupid for thinking that, or even thinking that that's gonna be an option. I was dead set on that until I was just started watching somebody do something that I'm just like, how? Because that's one thing that I do to every single person, especially a super skeptical person. I put a simple leash on a dog and you watch something happen. And then that's when I have my opening, my gateway to be able to say something to you that you're just like, you can't deny it at this point. You can't. Because there's nothing else on this planet that's teaching me how to be able to do such a thing with an animal other than reading my Bible and having a better understanding of it. There's no trainer out there that could do what I see some people out here do that just know what the heck they're doing. They don't have no formal training nowhere. They don't have no this. They don't have no mentors. They don't have no. They just know how to be able to work and function and do in this world because they're asking the right questions and they're looking for the right information. And there's some people that are just incredible. And the unfortunate thing I'm going to say is majority of people that really do pay attention to God, really do pray often, really do pray a lot throughout their day. They really live that life. They never talk about it. They never speak up and say anything about it. It's like they would just keep this some hidden information, like no one else needs to know about it, for instance. And that's not what we're supposed to be doing for sure. And that's not what I'm ever going to be about. So I do know that the way that I come at dogs and the way that I approach animals, the way that I approach you, the way that I approach my own self, the way I approach everything on this planet, the way I look at my kids and how I talk to them and how I communicate to them, it comes down to the understanding of what I've learned from the stories that I've read in that Bible. And something I want to read here is just very interesting. Because it's something that it's just straight up. In 1 Corinthians chapter 4, 21st, for the kingdom of God is not a matter of talk, but of power. And that's something that I say, and I've said many times. We're out here just talking and not showing nothing. Talking about what I could do to this and what my dog like that, what my dog, but you have nothing that you show. You have nothing that is actual, like out there for someone to verify, to say, yeah, I see what you're doing. We got a lot of people that are talking. We got a lot of courses out here that people are talking and they're not able to actually implement anything that they're saying. They're just speaking. And that's where he says, it's not a matter of talk, but God is a matter of power. He's a matter of representing, showing up, being there, being able to do something that it doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't make sense. It's just, it gets done. And it says, what do you prefer? Shall I come to you with a rod of discipline, or shall I come to you in love with a gentle spirit? And that's something that what we do as dog owners. We like to come to our dogs with a rod of discipline. We love to just come at them with, you better do it. I said, do it. I just can't get away from all these company names that are just sit means sit and stay is stay and down is down. And it's just like, who the heck are you to think that if you want to come out and put all that energy onto that animal, that what else is coming to you? What's going to come to you in your life? How are your boss going to treat you? And if you got your own company, how is it that your customers are going to come to you? If that's the way that you're going out and you're representing your being. You're representing being just disciplined, this just hardcore, you better do it because I said to do it. You better make it happen because I said to make it happen. And a lot of people think that that's the way that God is, the God of this world. A lot of people think that that's what he's all about. I'm going to be the one here to say to you that that is wrong. That is not, that's a lie. There's so many lies that go on about what this information all is. There's so many lies, and that's what gets so many people away from it. But when you want to finally figure out the truth about it, I'm telling you, just read it for your own self for one. Because no one else can manipulate you if you just read it for yourself. That's something that I think a lot of us are failing with trying to get a better understanding of how to have a better life on this planet. And life is relationships on this planet. How to have better relationships. How to be able to be able to just, right here is the next part that just really gets to me that I want to read. In the Galatians of the 5th chapter, the 22 verse, by the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Let us not be conceited, provoking, and envying each other. There's so much that is where I would say is guaranteed and promised to us. It's such as love, joy, and peace, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and something else that I talk a lot about, which is self-control. And that's something that, you know, what's very interesting. That's the number one thing that we're all looking for when it comes down to our dogs, is impulse control, we like to call it in the dog world. But self-control, we like to call it for ourselves as human beings. And what is it that a lot of people are struggling with today is an impulse control of your dog. You cannot get your dog to stop barking and lunging and going, Oreo down. You cannot get your dog to stop doing that. You can't get your dog to do simply what's just happening here. Rooster running by and he's like, I'm about to go get Rooster. I see you, man, but we're not doing that right now. So I put impulse control in him to make him realize like, no, that's not happening right now. Oreo, get down. That's not going down. And that impulse control starts with me having self-control. When I'm able to have self-control, I'm going to be able to communicate that extremely efficiently to my dogs. I'm going to be able to just let them see that and just experience and love it and enjoy it and just embrace it. But if I don't have self-control, how am I ever going to be able to get my dogs to be able to have any sort of impulse control, any sort of calmness, any sort of peace, any sort of joy, any sort of forbearance, any sort of gentleness? And they're not going to have any of that. They're going to be chaos. They're going to be wild. And that's, to me, just, I don't know why. And I could just say it straight up the way that I understand it. The more that we as a people keep on rejecting this Bible, keep on rejecting God, keep on rejecting Jesus, the more that we are having more and more issues with everything in our lives. The more we are. The days of working on the farm and working animals, we worked more on, let's read our Bibles and learn more about that. But today, especially this past just 30 years of life, we're gone completely away from that. And you could just, what I see, it's going on in the world. The world is so strange. It's so strange that there's no more control, self-control. There's no more peace. We're doing everything we can to make sure that we create just chaos with everything. And that comes down to the simple thing that I could see where, to me, it's like God getting closer to us to show us these animals, to be able to show us how out of control you are, because it just shows you. If the dog is out there out of control, wild, crazy, savage, maddening, just a madhouse. And it's showing you inside what's going on with you. You got no self-control. And not having any self-control, I'm telling you, is a direct link lineup with not knowing who God is and what he's done for you and what he's here to continue to keep on doing for you. And that's something that is not easy information for someone to hear up front. It's not easy information to be able to understand right away. It's not easy. But it's something that I'm telling you, you see someone be able to give you some sort of results with it. You just got someone to be able to show you some sort of just ways about it that it works and is good to go. Maybe you should just pay a little more attention to it instead of just completely trying to reject it. Because that's something for me that, unfortunately, I had to see it to believe it. And then for me, I would just ask and pray about that so much that it's something that in reality just was revealed to me in a way, with things that just happened to me and stuff that's just gone down with me in my own personal life. That you want to see it, and God's like, okay, I'll show it to you. And then it's right there. And then at that moment, it's for us to make that decision. Do I want to follow through with that? Or do I want to just act like I did that for one, make it worse? Because, you know, we created it all, we did it all. Or you want to just have a good understanding of there's something greater out here than just us. And that something greater is so cool because it knows all about us and it knows all about everything out here. And then we can start being able to take guidance from it. You're gonna start to realize that the things that were complicated in your life are no longer so complicated. It's starting to become very, very simple to you now. That's why to me, dogs are the most simplest creatures on this planet. They're so basic. They're so just, they do exactly what I'm thinking they're gonna do. They do it 100% of the time. They never confuse me. They never throw me off. They never put me in, oh, I don't know what to do with this one this time. I always know what to do 100% of the time because they are always gonna do the same thing they've done 1,000 years ago, and they're gonna do the same stuff today. The difference is we as humans do different stuff today than we did 1,000 years ago. And just like I said, 30, 40 years ago, we used to do things completely differently compared to what it is that we do right now. And how we do and what we do and how we act and how we interact and everything is so different today that we are no longer living by certain guidelines anymore. We're just in a free-for-all doing what we're doing. And that free-for-all to me is shown. It's proven to me. Every time I see animals out, every time I see people just quit what they're doing all the time. How many people get into this, I want my own homestead, I want to work animals, and I want to raise my own food, and you quit in 2 to 3 years because you just get so stressed out because you don't have, and you're lacking certain things, qualities, patience, and self-control, and gentleness, and kindness. You're lacking all of that, and you're trying to figure out how to get it and where to get it from. And that's something that, in reality, I straight up say it, you can't do on your own. It's something that no one else out here is going to be able to help you out with. It's something that you just have to be able to figure out how to be able to get into with the God that's created you. That's the relationship that you start with first. You start with that relationship, then the rest of your relationships are going to start to move along into being something completely different. But until you just want to give that a little dabble, give that a little thought, put a little thinking behind that, you're going to always need something to be able to get by. For me, it was always like, I needed some sort of prescription pill to get by. I needed some sort of alcohol to get by. I needed marijuana to get by. I needed sex to get by. I needed everything to get by. And then once I realized who God is and what he's all about, I don't need any of that to get by. And then I realized the same thing with dogs. I don't need to medicate a single dog on this planet. They're good to go. They're looking for us to be able to be that calm peaceness for them. And they reflect that and they show that to us. They show it to us. I'm telling you, I don't care what your dog has been through before. If you are a high anxiety, high strung person, you're going to create that dog because you're going to put a story into that dog about how it used to be and where it used to live and what it used to be like, that it's going to be that same thing. And I don't know how many people that I've helped where I would say, how was your dog before? And they're like, oh, this dog was this crazy. Then you get a new dog and the dog isn't like that. But month after month, and usually about after that year, you're like, wow, this dog does all the same stuff that old dog did. What's going on here? You create and recreate the same one over again. And I can say that with not only dogs, but in relationships with people. How many of y'all been in a relationship with a girl where you're like, I don't care what color she is, what age she is, where she's from, she's the same girl over and over. He's the same guy over and over. Because you're forcing and molding and putting everything into that to be the same over and over again. And there's only one way that I've seen and heard and known to ever get away from this stuff and to get out of it, is to get down and pray and ask for forgiveness for one and ask for some assistance. And someone's gonna say, oh, that's stupid. I came here to learn about some dogs. I'm telling you, you wanna learn more about them, learn more about yourself and how to be able to have better relationships with just you up front so that you can push that out to other people. And there's no one on the side of being able to communicate stuff about this effectively. If you have to find a dog trainer even that's talking about how it is that they're able to really understand what it is that they do. Everybody's always dancing around certain stuff. They go, I go by this science and this is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna tell you, if you go by the science to work a dog, you're failing 100% of the time, 100% of the time. They do not know, they don't understand, they don't know a damn thing. Science doesn't know nothing about us as humans and behavior and what we do and what we're like at all. It doesn't. It's got guesses, it's got things that may work, but we always change and deter and do something different. I raise my own food. If someone would have told me when I was at the age of 5 that I'd be doing what I'm doing standing here at the age of 37 years old, doing what I'm doing and keeping up with what I'm doing right now, dude, no, there's no way. But yet I've changed and I've done that and I'm here and I'm doing what I'm doing. And science can't understand that. They just have no idea what's going on with that. Science has no clue what the heck is going on. But God knows 100% everything that's going on. And that's where we're failing and we're stumbling. And that's why I will say more and more people today, you're failing and stumbling with the simple dog because you're trying to go by information, that doesn't even know how to be able to get the information that they got, that they don't know it. And that's the main thing is, it's not like they created it. Now, if they created the dog, I get you. They would understand a lot about it. If they created the human, I get you. They would understand a lot about us, but they don't. The doctor can't help you when you're like, I'm depressed and I don't know what's going on. They could try to give you a pill to make you feel better, but does that actually make you feel better? Heck no. You're still in that same situation. They can do stuff, miracle work like they did with my hand. I cut my hand, the tendons got all messed up. They can stitch it together. They can take a heart out, put a heart in. But tell me you got an emotional issue going on. Can the doctor help you? No. They just have pretty much a 0 success rate with that stuff. All they do is just give you medication and tell you, oh, go to psychotherapy and you'll be all right. And it just doesn't put anybody in a better place. So you just give up because you're just like, I'm better, and you're actually really not, because you realize it's not going anywhere. And that's something that is and to me it's a little aggravating, but I get it, because we're all looking for that say easy fix, that one video, that one lesson, that one way to treat that dog to be able to be good to go. That one thing you hear that is going to finally get you out of your anxiety and get you out of your depression. You're looking for that one thing, and I'm telling you, that one thing is just not ever going to show up. It's not going to show up. It's just not there. Outside of that one thing that will be able to help you get there is understanding, praying, and believing, and understanding who God is all about. That's going to be able to set you up and put you into a situation that you're going to have no choice but to see a significant difference go on, to be able to just I'm on that board. I'm on that now. I'm not going to go anywhere else, because nothing else actually knows. Nothing else gives me any success. And I've been a person down that route of looking for that answer. And I never found it until that I just read the Bible myself. Then for the second time, then the third time, then the fourth time, then the fifth time, then the sixth time, I just kept going, month after month of just, that's all I consumed my entire content, my entire world with, was just reading this book over and over and over again. And that's something that just really changed and transformed everything that I understand about what it is that I do out here. And realizing that pretty much the majority of everything that I've been taught and I've been shown about how to work with what I work with is all been just lies. It's all fake. And I wanted to find real. And I'm in real today, and I have a very good understanding of it. And it comes down to being able to have good relationships. Not a matter of how much I can dictate and force and control someone to be able to tell them and make them do what it is that I want them to do. And that's what science does to dogs. It dictates, forces, and controls. It puts a treat in a dog. I don't get, you guys are getting stuck on this. Treats are positive. Treats are to more, what I know about dogs today, treats are more negative to dogs than putting a prong collar or an e-collar on 100 and smashing that thing on that dog. The treats are more damaging to the dog than any prong collar you could possibly put on the dog. And one day, when we get past all this drama that everyone's trying to put out there, you're gonna look at it and you're gonna see this video that I'm talking about saying this years and years and maybe decades from now. So that guy was on something right there, because that is what's going on. We're trying to change something that we don't know nothing about. God has already created it, made it, and put it all set in stone. And we as humans are thinking that we're going to try to change God's creation. We are working against nature. We are working against the reality. We're trying to create some new stuff, and it's just not going to work out. It's just not. And it's something that I'm sorry to say, if someone is just on board with thinking that you got the one, you're the one to be able to change it and make it for everybody, but you're just not going to, because God has already had everything set in stone. And you're not going to be the God on this planet to change it, to make it to be something different. And we're trying to implement and do different things that just shouldn't be there. And it's something that it's aggravating on the outside. But when I'm here doing what I'm doing, it's chill. So that's why I'm going to continue to keep on doing what it is that I'm doing, and making sure that I'm not putting information out there to get anybody else in chaos. But I'm going to put information out there to make sure that everyone's going to be good to go. So if someone's asking me for practical ways of how to be able to get my dog to be in a better place, pray to God. Ask him. Ask the creator of you, of this world, of everything, this universe, of the sun, of the moon, of the stars, of all the trees, of the grass, of the dirt, of the microbes and the bugs. The creator of all that is going to be able to give you the answers to how to be able to get a better relationship with everything around you in your life. I won't be able to. Your own self won't be able to. Your spouse won't be able to. Your kids won't be able to. Your family won't be able to. There's no doctor out here that's going to be able to do that. Only you being able to ask the right questions and praying to God about it is going to be able to get you there. That's something that I know most people want to just brush off. Nope, that can't be the way. And I'm telling you, and I'm guaranteeing, promising you that from what I've seen and what I've experienced in my life, that it 100% works. 100% works. It works. It lets me know what it is that I was doing that it's not right, that I need to change from, to make sure that now good stuff comes to me. It works to realize what I was doing that was wrong, to be able to change up what I do with my dogs to make sure that things are going to be nice and smooth and calm now. It works 100% of the time because I'm going to the source of the issue, not trying to figure out someone else to give me something else that's going to just fix it for a 5-minute fix. No, I want a lifetime of fix. I don't want a 5-minute quick fix. That's something that we all should worry more about. A long-term, forever fix, not a quick 5-minute Band-Aid and then I got to do something different, something new, or something this the next time. I'm telling you, what's going on with all the issues that are going on with you is a matter of just, I would just say it as easy as can be, is disrespect. Disrespect, not respecting the one that created it all and going to that and thinking that you're going to go to something else to be able to find that help. And that's where, for me, the concept of we don't need animal trainers outside of circus stuff, TV show stuff, movie stuff, commercials, things like that. Yeah, we need someone to be able to treat dogs how to do some stuff. But as far as just having a nice dog inside of our house to just hang out with, there's no such thing as needing a trainer. You should already be asking and praying to the source of how to be able to have that better relationship inside of your house. I'm telling you, a lot of it starts because we don't have patience. We don't have self-control. We don't have joy. We don't have peace. We don't have any sort of kindness. We're not gentle in any way. And that's why we're having all these problems. Thank you.